so much. I'll come
No
back
problem.
to you in 15 minutes.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay, so a good one, I guess, would be under the heading of sports issues, performance-enhancing drugs, because it's quite topical as a number of Russian athletes were caught out for using them in the last Olympic round. So I'm writing a paper on performance-enhancing drugs for a class in, let's say, English. The first place I'm going to look for information is going to be the KSU library, not necessarily a particular database because I want to get a wide range of topics. I'll do an advanced search, performance-enhancing drugs in the first field, and then Olympics in the second field. And we can see a number of results, and I can filter it by peer-reviewed journals. Okay. No results for the Olympic combined. Okay. So just a general search for performance-enhancing drugs, peer-reviewed scholarly articles will give me a good starting place. I haven't really specified my the subject of my paper other than performance-enhancing drugs, so I could do it on a variety of subjects like college students, college athletes, Olympic athletes, other types of athletes like cyclists. Okay, here's a good one on performance-enhancing drugs used in the Tour de France in the last 10 years. So I'll save this one. And what I can go ahead and do is get the citation tab over there and find MLA. And I can put it in a Word document just to get myself organized. And then what I would do is paste it into the Word document and then write a little thing below it about what I was going to use it for, namely how I would relate it to my thesis. Here's another good one about drug testing U.S. student athletes and how that process is not the best it could be. So it might be an effective argument about something pertaining to my thesis. Go ahead and copy that citation, pop it in the Word document. When I'm trying to get the idea of what a source is about, I'll just read the abstract generally and see if it relates well enough to what I'm trying to say. Okay, here's another good one about specifically bodybuilders and the adverse effects that performance-enhancing drugs have on the human body, specifically the kidney, in male bodybuilders. So I'll go ahead and write that one down. So it might be effective in proving whatever my thesis turned out to be. So, and it also depends on what kind of essay I'm writing. If I'm trying to write some kind of persuasive essay on, for instance, why performance-enhancing drugs are bad or should be punished more severely, then I obviously would tailor my sources to that end. Just change my keyword search to include Russia because I've heard a lot about that in the news about the state-sponsored performance-enhancing drug use. Here's a good source that includes graphs and statistics about the involvement of government in the distribution of performance-enhancing drugs. Let's go ahead and add that one. So I've got 4 good sources here. I might try to find one more just to narrow down my what I want my thesis to be and how I'm going to tailor the introduction and so on to that thesis. Go ahead and get rid of that the Russia keyword, just to get off of a specific topic. Here's a good one about athletes' beliefs and attitudes for taking performance-enhancing substances, which would be an interesting perspective to include. Let's see. Date. Yeah. Try to make sure my sources were in the last 5 to 10 years. Copy down that source. And obviously I would write a little thing about it and how I plan to use it, a little summary. And then I would go into actually writing the paper. And then I would arrange the sources in the order that I plan to use them. Maybe talk about one or two of the things first, group them up, tailor each one to a specific point, and obviously find a maybe find a source that would lend to a counter argument that I would then subsequently try to discredit. And the good thing about using the KSU library database is that they already give you multiple formatted citations. So for whichever format you're using, MLA, APA, all that good stuff, you can just copy and paste that citation and you know it'll be correct. Yeah, like I said, if I'm writing a paper for school, then my first place that I'm going to go is the KSU library and do a basic search just to see how much information there is on the topic. And then if I need to narrow it down, I could do more of an advanced search and try to pair up keywords or exclude certain things that may be coming up in my search results. And I think that's pretty much it. It's a good place to start. If I needed to find something that was definitely not on the KSU library database, I would probably Google performance enhancing drugs and try to find an academic source, maybe from a .edu address or maybe a .gov address, just to add those opinions, keeping in mind that if it's not a scholarly peer-reviewed article, then it may have some opinion or bias in it, but definitely getting others' opinions and whatnot is good for a well-developed paper. So that is pretty much it. I feel like I am done. I don't know if y'all actually wanted me to do that, but I just threw those in there.
Oh, perfect. So, and we just won't, so as long as you did it on screen, we should
Yeah. I just caught, was it screen capturing too?
Yep.
Okay.
It was.
Okay.
Yep. So I'm going to stop the recording.